Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos, Chapple update fans. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos and Chapple attended Grant Ellis' live finale Monday night. They were there to offer support to the Bachelor as his journey concluded. While being there, they both were reminiscing about Joan's finale that happened 4 months ago. In light of the finale, and they're reliving their own finale, they are sharing a 4-month update with fans. What did Joan and Chock have to say? Keep reading to get all the details. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos gives big relationship update. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos and Chapple decided to give a big update to fans about their relationship. They have shared before and now again that they are a real couple. Fans have questioned them time and time again about whether or not their love is real. They are still together and still engaged. These two lovebirds went to Instagram to share their big 4-month update in light of Grant's finale airing Monday night. The good news is they are still going strong and very much in love. They were recalling Joan's finale and how after the proposal she went to his room on the ship, and he started their conversation by saying, "Tell me about yourself." In their video, Joan said it feels like it has been way more than 4 months to them, but in a good way. They have been busy meeting each other's family and friends. Chock shared that the past 4 months have been incredible, and they do feel like they have been married for 2 to 5 years. Joan said it's so easy to be around each other. At lunch, someone asked Chock what the secret was, and he said Joan's in charge. She laughed and said he's in charge of his stuff and she's in charge of some other stuff. Joan reiterated that it's been an amazing 4 months together. They couldn't be happier together. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos and Chapple continue to look incredibly happy they found each other. She pointed out in their update that they were very lucky, and of course, not everyone is that lucky. They were hoping that Grant would find the same love as they did. Chock shared how grateful they are for the support and commented on how people of all ages stopped them to say what a great couple they are. So many people watch the show and have been really invested in their relationship. Joan said it's great because it's shown the world that love really is ageless. He also pointed out that they have been busy and traveling a lot, so if they don't post every day, just know they are still together. Joan chimed in and said they were better than ever. She will be traveling to Wichita in 2 weeks to spend more time with Chock there. It was a crisp Sunday morning when Joan Vassos and Chapple appeared together on an Instagram Live, both grinning like two people who had just come in from the sun. Joan's cozy cream sweater and Chock's ever-present flannel shirt instantly made fans feel like they were in the living room with them, sipping coffee and swapping stories. "Okay, I think we're live," Joan said, leaning in toward the phone camera as Chock gave a little wave. "Hi, everybody. We've been reading your messages, and we figured it was time for a proper update." The Golden Bachelorette journey might have ended months ago on television, but for Joan and Chock, life after reality TV had been anything but quiet. Fans had followed every breadcrumb: sightings at farmers markets, blurry photos at a small-town diner, even a whispered rumor about a joint trip to the beach. Now the pair seemed ready to put the speculation to rest. First of all, Chock began, his voice warm and steady. "We're doing great. Really great. And we've been keeping busy." Joan nodded. "Busy is an understatement. Between my family, Chock's work, and a few new projects, well, we're not exactly sitting around." They started sharing little glimpses of what busy looked like. There had been a weekend in Nashville where Chock surprised Joan with tickets to see her favorite jazz pianist. There was a charity event for senior wellness programs that Joan helped organize, with Chock cheerfully hauling folding chairs and pouring coffee. And there was the time they tried taking a cooking class together, only for Chock to accidentally double the amount of chili powder in a pasta sauce. Spicy? Joan laughed, nudging him playfully. Like emergency water refill spicy. But it wasn't just dates and adventures. The two spoke openly about the quieter moments, the evenings at home making soup, the afternoons spent reading in the same room, without saying much, the comfort of just existing together. Joan called it the daily love story, something she'd learned to appreciate more, she told fans. I think the cameras capture the big moments, roses, romantic dates, dramatic exits. But real life is about these in-between spaces. How you treat each other when no one's watching. That's what I've found with Chock. Chock, who usually let Joan take the lead in conversation, leaned forward then. And I've learned that love doesn't have an expiration date. You can meet someone at any point in your life and still have that spark. You just have to be open to it. The comment section lit up instantly with hearts, smiley faces, and a flood of "We love you too" messages. Joan's journey to this moment hadn't been simple. Fans remembered her initial hesitation to join the Golden Bachelorette. The thought of dating on national TV felt overwhelming after decades of private life. But her children had encouraged her, reminding her that love could still be waiting beyond her comfort zone. That leap of faith had led her to Chock, whose kindness and steady nature had stood out from their first meeting. In the live update, Joan also touched on the importance of blending families. We've both had full lives before this, she explained. So it's not just about us, it's about making sure our loved ones are comfortable too. She described introducing Chock to her grandchildren, who had immediately roped him into a game of backyard soccer. He's surprisingly good, she said, although he claims the 6-year-old speed is unfair advantage. Chock chuckled, I'm still recovering. When a fan asked about the biggest challenge they'd faced since the show ended, Joan didn't hesitate. Privacy, she admitted. We're grateful for the support, but sometimes you just want to grab groceries without someone taking a photo of your cart. Still, she said they tried to see it as a reminder of how many people were rooting for them. The conversation took a more tender turn when Joan addressed those who had written in saying her story gave them hope. I've gotten letters from women who've lost their partners or who thought love wasn't in the cards for them anymore, she said, her eyes glistening. I just want to tell you, don't close the door. Even if it feels impossible, you never know what's around the corner. Chock squeezed her hand, and the moment spoke louder than any grand romantic speech. They hinted at possible travel plans. Joan teased that she wanted to take Chock to Italy, so he can see what real pasta tastes like. And even mentioned a small project they were working on together. A podcast focused on life after 50, relationships, and finding joy in unexpected places. We're still in the brainstorming stage, Chock said, but Joan has about 1 million ideas. By the end of the live stream, the screen was filled with well-wishers from all over the country. Some wrote in from small towns, others from big cities, but all with the same sentiment. Joan and Chock had become more than just a reality TV couple. They were proof that love, in its truest form, is timeless. Before signing off, Joan gave a final piece of advice to viewers who might be hesitant about putting themselves out there. It's not about pretending you're 20 again. It's about showing up as you are, with all your history and your heart, and letting someone see you. That's the real magic. Chock grinned. And if you can make each other laugh while burning pasta sauce, you're probably in good shape. With a wave and a promise to do this again soon, they ended the live stream. The comments kept rolling in even after they were gone, fans buzzing about the Italy trip idea, the podcast, and the beautiful way they seemed to balance fun with sincerity. Later, Joan posted a snapshot from that morning, a candid shot where she's laughing mid-sentence, Chock looking at her like she's the punchline and the prize. The caption was short, but it said everything. We're still writing this story. Thanks for being part of it.